Let me just see if I can I share screen? I think I can't. Right, right. No, it just, yeah, it'll need to be enabled. But thank you, Bill, so much. I see everything now. Thank you. And you'll just need to enable my video too after when it is my turn. Thank you, Bill, so much for having me here. I'm excited to be here. So let me go ahead and bring up the screen to share. All right. You will probably see two of me right now. All right, there we go. Everything's coming across. Please find the chat box. That's the most important thing for you to find, because your mics and your video are not on. Actually use that to be able to ask questions. And I am excited to be here. If you've been with me in the session before, you know I keep it highly interactive. I'd love to know if you've been here before. Let me know in the chat box. Or if it's your first time, put the number 1 in the chat box too. Again, that is where I can hear you, because I customize every session that I do for the people in the room. Thank you, everybody. I see everybody finding that chat box. That's the most important thing for you to do. I do customize things. Now, do know if you do write something that's about a sentence long, then it takes me about a minute to read that. And so all you see is the top of my head. It's not a great learning experience. I will save those to the end. 15 times, Timothy, you've been here 15 times. I love it. I love that you are actually taking advantage of SCORE, and I'm excited to be here with you today. So let me go ahead and bring up the presentation. If you want a copy of the slides and the handout that I'm using right now during the session, use this bit.ly link, and I'm going to go ahead and drop it in the chat box so you can just tap on it, and then you will be able to bring that up, and you are going to just use the email that you actually registered for this to access it, so that you'll have access to that, and you'll have the actual access to today's slides and handout during the session. Now, after the session, it won't be available there, but do know that after the session, we will get that emailed to you. So that will be either later today or even tomorrow morning, just so you know that I did not forget you. So you can use that QR code or the bit.ly link that I just dropped in the chat. Awesome, everybody. I love everybody using and finding that chat box. Let's go ahead and dive in. I'm Maria Elena Duron. I am with the Grow with Google team, and I'm excited to be here with you today because I do understand as a small business what it takes to be able to lift everything that you're doing. So now you're having to also understand how video works, and to be a video data analyst, and to create videos, and to be a script writer, a storyboard coach, a creative director. You need to know all of those to be able to operate YouTube, as well as being butcher, baker, candlestick maker in your business. So there's a lot that you're going to handle. And today we're going to go ahead and get started really giving you the good foundation of it. And then also even some advanced things you can do if you already have a channel. So if you've got a YouTube channel, I need to know by you just dropping that link here in the chat box, or putting the number 2 to let us know that you have a YouTube channel. So let us know that, because I'd like to know, how fast or how slow you need me to go, because again, if you do have a channel and we do have to cover some of the basics, do make sure that you've got it completely optimized, because this is a free tool that you can use, but unless you've optimized and made sure that everybody can see what's going on, and that Google can have confidence in you, since Google owns YouTube. So those are both search engines. Number 1 search engine is Google. Number 2 is YouTube. So it's important for you to know how to navigate and use this to grow your business. And that's what we're talking about today. All right. Yours is okay. I see a lot of good responses there. Thank you, everybody. It gives me an idea of the pace that I need to stay at. All right. Do know that I come from a business incubator, so I'm a big fan of OPE, other people's experience, which is exactly what you get with SCORE. You get some vetted, real professionals who have made actually their business mark and success. So these are people and volunteers who can assist you, and they truly are set up to be vested in your success. And that's why I love working with SCORE chapters. So please, after this, if you have any other questions, reach out to your local chapter. Whoever invited you, make sure that you connect with them, because they are the ones who can help you instantly. All right, everybody? All right, I'm glad you're finding that chat box. Everybody doing great there finding it, because that is where I can hear you. And today we're going to be talking about how you can use YouTube to grow your business. So as I said, that this is something that I know you're dealing with, as well as taking care of clients or customers, or you're in the ideation phase of your business. So you're crafting everything together and wanting to know exactly where this fits. If you need to know anything, Google, use the blue link in the middle. That's the way to get to all the information that Google has available for small businesses. I am Maria Duron. You can see me on X or Twitter. That first handle with the @ sign in front of it is me on on Twitter and or X, and then me on Instagram is at Marketing Coach Maria. I would love if you tag me because I always love to celebrate when you apply what you learn in these sessions, because I know how much of a difference that'll make with your business. So we know that YouTube is where everyone is at. So yes, everybody, just to make sure, because I saw some people just come in the room, you are going to get a copy of today's actual recording either later today or tomorrow morning. But if you want a copy of the slides that I'm using right now and the handout, you will go to the bit.ly link that I am putting right there in the actual chat box. Just click on that and use that chat box so I can hear you. People are utilizing YouTube. It is where people go to discover. We use video in search, we look at photos in search, and people want to know in their decision making whether or not they're getting a good product, how to use it, how to maintain it. 4 out of 5 videos that are actually watched on YouTube are what's known as unboxing videos, revealing, showcasing, highlighting exactly what they're going to get with what they're paying for. And this is because so many people are going here first, this mobile device. When they want to know, go, do, or buy, 84% of us go here first. And because of that, we want to make sure that we don't have buyer's remorse, and we want to understand a product. So we look at it, we look at unboxing videos. We truly want to know exactly what it is that we're getting. Now, today we're going to be talking about how you can create your channel. And I love it, Erica. Thank you so much for dropping your channel there. I love that you're sharing your channels. Those of you who have channels, we'll talk about how you can create and add videos to your channel. So even if you have a channel, let's double check that you are ticking all the boxes and doing everything that you can to make it as visible as possible. Because why make content if it's not connecting with your potential buyer or your audience? It doesn't matter what you put out there if they can't see it. And if they don't know you exist, well, how in the world can they do business with you, right? So we'll talk about how you can create and optimize that channel, what you can do in utilizing YouTube Shorts. And then at the very end, very short, I'll talk about how you can promote your business with video ads. But I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about what you can do for pay, because unless you max out everything that you can do 100% for free, then why waste your money? Promoting anything just amplifies what you have. And if you still have chaos and confusion, and people are still trying to figure out whether or not you can help them or what your product, service, or solution is, then why promote that until that's crystal clear and you know exactly who you serve? So when you create a great channel, oh, someone's background noise is louder than the presenter. All right, everybody, make sure you turn that off. I don't have, let me see. I don't have the ability to turn off. Okay, everybody, so make sure you're muted. We want this to be a good learning experience for everybody. Thank you, Notary. Thank you so much for letting everybody know. Make sure you look and mute. Yep, everyone mute. We've got it in all caps now. So this is serious, everybody. Make sure they mute so that everybody's getting the most from their time here today. All right, perfect. Thank you, Joy. Thank you for letting us know. All right, if you don't have a YouTube channel, then you just go to youtube.com and can go in there. If you do have a Google account or a free personal Gmail account, you're good to go because you already have a Google account. Then you just need to sign in. It would recognize your credentials. All right. Now, what you can do when you're in there, you'll see as you hover over that top icon to the right, you can create a channel there from that drop down menu, or it actually gives you the opportunity to create a channel right there. So now you can customize that channel. They're all muted. Okay, everybody, perfect, everybody. So can everybody hear me clearly now? Let me know by putting the number 5 in the chat box. If you can hear me clearly, perfect, everybody. That's awesome. And everybody can hear the sound nice and loud enough? Good? All right, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much. See, I love that. Everybody's finding that chat box. So you can customize your channel through YouTube Studio. One of the places that you'll go, and the first place actually, as you create a channel, is YouTube Studio. That's where you can manage everything in your YouTube channel. So you're going to now upload the video when you get there. How you can access it, again, is in that drop-down menu. Look at the right-hand corner there of that graphic that you see that looks like a laptop screen, and you'll see an icon there, or your photo if you've already uploaded a photo to go with your profile or your Google account. But you'll see if you click there, a drop-down menu will appear, and then you can go into YouTube Studio, everyone. Okay? Great, everybody. I'm so glad that you can hear everything. All right, perfect, everyone. Okay, perfect. And we're using the chat box, just so you know, not the Q&A. We're using the chat box. That's the one I have actively open right now. So when you're customizing your channel, here are some things to remember. There is a video spotlight. Okay, and it is where you can also put your trailer. So look closely here. You'll see video spotlight, and then in the middle it says channel trailer for people who haven't subscribed. It is just like it sounds. It is a trailer. It is giving them a preview of what they're going to get and the information that you cover. Most businesses that are on YouTube are not utilizing this preview. So this is your chance to showcase what you do and entice people to subscribe, because they want to know, what are they going to get for their valuable time? Why would they flood their inbox with notifications that you uploaded anything? What value is there to them that you actually bring? So that trailer is just like a movie trailer. It's the highlights. Now, after that trailer, you'll see a second box underneath there. So the second box says featured video for returning subscribers. This is a chance now for you to actually talk to them and say thank you for subscribing. You can have another video that's the spotlight saying thank you. This is what you're going to get every Thursday at around 9 in the morning. I upload this. Or every week you can expect tips from me and reviews. You can make them know for sure exactly what to expect in them subscribing to your channel. They say marketing often is consistent, persistent action. And a lot of times it's because people don't really hear. They're inundated with 12,400 given messages on any day. And when you know this, if you can go back to them and tell them, okay, this is why you subscribed and this is what you are going to get from me, that is a chance for us to also definitely know exactly what we're going to get. And yes, 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 it's being recorded, Samira, and you're going to get a copy of it later today or tomorrow. Yes, you'll need to slow me down and speed me up. You'll see that I'm very energetic and I talk fast for a Texan, right? So now you can customize your sections. And this is really important because I see a lot of people who leave the default on for their YouTube, which is the default are videos and then shorts and videos you just uploaded, okay? That's all you see there, but there's so much more that you can do and customize and really take advantage of YouTube SEO, search engine optimization. So what is SEO, search engine optimization? It is making sure that the search engine, because YouTube is a search engine, the #2 search engine in the world, and also a social network, it's the #2 social network in the world, even just behind Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram. Now I know a lot of people get excited and say TikTok, right? We've all learned about TikTok. When 2020 came around and everything rolled across with a pandemic, everybody jumped on TikTok. And TikTok on any given day gets 1 to 5 billion views on any given day. Okay. But YouTube Shorts, and understand YouTube has long form video, so we can have, how to fix this, or how do you repair or replace this. So it can be a longer 10-minute, 15, 30-minute, an hour video there. I put even videos into my YouTube channel that could be 45 minutes on how-tos and walkthroughs. So because of that, there is long form and short form. So let's compare apples to apples. TikTok is short form. YouTube Shorts are 60 seconds, hard stop. You've got to stop at the 60 seconds. You can't go longer than that. 1 to 5 billion of TikTok any given day, 50 billion views every single day on YouTube Shorts. So you do understand that if you're just building video for YouTube and Instagram, then you're missing some of the market, because some of the market refuses to utilize any of those social networks, or they're just not aware and they don't want to use it. So if you look here, this is how you can brand your business. You start with a profile picture. Understand consistency is very important. Consistency builds brand trust. When we can see the same profile picture that you have in your LinkedIn business profile, your business, your YouTube channel, your Facebook or your Instagram or your TikTok or Snapchat, now we know that you're that same business, and then we start building trust. Then you can also put a banner image. And what's nice about this is that it does customize to any device that you're actually on. So if we have, let's say, a Samsung and an iPhone, right? So we might have a couple of different devices. I've got a tablet and an iPad. I'm moving to my smart TV because on any given day, we all have more than one device. I might start the day dropping off kiddos, so I'm on my phone. Then I might throw it over to my tablet when I go to the cafe. Maybe I'm doing a quick meeting over there. Then I'll throw it over to my laptop a little bit later. I'll throw it over to my desktop and then to my smart TV later in the day. It is still me. And so any site I need to go to needs to adjust to be mobile responsive and mobile friendly. And that is what your YouTube channel does. So some of the things that you can customize in your basic info are your channel name, the handle, and description. All right, everybody, let's slow down with that. Your description needs to match what people are searching for on YouTube, not what you think they're searching for, not industry speak, not what's on the back of some pamphlet or something you have to copy and paste off of your website. It is truly the words that they're using. And that's why it's on us to be experts on our customers. We have to do that heavy lifting and really truly understand who our best audience is. And even though I'm saying customers, if you're a nonprofit and you need volunteers, friend raisers, fundraisers, that is your customer. That is who you're serving. So if you think about that, we need to match our description with what people are searching for, because that is relevancy. And part of Google's algorithm that goes throughout Google search, Google Maps, and YouTube is how well you match what people are searching for. Yes, you're going to see two screens right now. Yes, that's what I said at the very beginning. So not to worry, that means everything's working well. But you are seeing two screens right now. That's absolutely all right, Sheila. Okay? All right. Um, you'll Okay, Zahara, if I'm talking too fast, that's why you guys are getting a recording. If you'd like me to slow down, put the number 6 in there. I'll happily slow down because it is being recorded, so you can slow me down, speed me up as you need it to. So I'm happy to slow down if you all need me to slow down. Understand, I just get super excited, and I always want to make sure that I pass that energy on to you. No worries, no worries. All right, everybody, thank you, thank you. All right, let's get a little bit slower. All right. So, okay. No, I see a mixture in there, everybody. All right. So I'm going to give you a little bit, right? I'll slow down through some things and then speed up. I did speed up a little bit because some people did say that they already have an actual YouTube channel. All right, so the description needs to match what people are looking for. Understand that YouTube's algorithm is the same as Google's algorithm. It matches whether or not you match what people are searching for. So if you say in your description, I'm a pediatric dentist, and people are searching for who can straighten my 13-year-old's teeth, then you're not matching. Pediatric dentist does not match the phrase, hey Google, hey Alexa, who can straighten my 13-year-old's teeth? So we need to match to be relevant. And that's why it's important for us to know the words that they're using. If you don't know, talk to your customers. That is the superpower we have as small businesses, is we can reach to them pretty quickly, and we don't have to form a committee to do that. But do understand that they also are telling you in their reviews, they're telling you in their own words what matters most to them. And they do say that in their own words. If you don't have reviews, you're in the ideation stage, then go ahead and go to your competitors. Competitive research needs to be very, very important. Um, okay, everybody, I see a lot. Okay, all of us, just so you know, okay, I see a lot of different feedback here, and I am taking that all in. I'll try not to do some of the things that is bothering or distracting you, but understand some of this has to do with your internet speed, and I don't control the internet, y'all. So I wish I could, but I don't. So some of that is what you're experiencing, all right? Just so that you know. All right. Now, channel URL links and contact info. That customization is something that you can put to make it easy for people to find you. All right, that's what you can use to make it match what people are looking for. And also make sure that you've got contact info there, because what do they do if they have any questions? So utilize the links that are available to you. Should description be involved in words or a statement? In actual phrases, so words that people actually use. Now understand, we've all heard about AI, artificial intelligence. It powers all of search now. Some just a little bit, it will be more come 2025. So I'm telling you, utilizing the words people are looking for as far as phrases, the complete phrase. How can I find a pediatric dentist? How do you, or really, it's like, how can I straighten a 13-year-old's teeth? What's affordable to keep their teeth straight? Do I use Invisalign or do I use actual braces? Those are the questions that people are searching for and asking, and it's on each of us to actually understand what it is that people are really searching for, okay? Now, when you customize your channel, this is where you can customize. In that banner image, right? You're very welcome, Notary. I'm glad you like the energy. Banner image, you can customize that, and it's great when it looks the same on all your socials. Your profile picture, too, because that consistency builds trust. When we find something different, understand we as entrepreneurs and small businesses get bored with everything on our site and our graphics before anybody even knows that it exists. And you see that third call out there to the right is video spotlight. That is where your trailer goes. And once they've subscribed, now you can have a featured video there. Again, to tell them what you told them and tell them again so they know exactly why they subscribed and what value you're going to deliver to them, because they're looking for something that will help them, either your product, your service, or your solution. Okay, so when videos are grouped together, these are called playlists, and you have great opportunity here to utilize YouTube search engine optimization with these actual videos. So when you put a playlist together, you have the opportunity to name it. So if you look right here where the call out's going, so those are the blue dots going straight to DIY, which stands for do it yourself, build and furniture. All right, do it yourself, build and furniture. So keep that in mind. All right, so that is a place that you can actually put phrases in and words that people are searching for. This is YouTube SEO. So now you can match when I say, hey YouTube, or I type in, how can I build my own furniture if I want to do it myself? Well, it's using the words DIY, which stands for do it yourself, build and furniture. So now you have the opportunity to show up. Every playlist also has this text underneath about a paragraph that you can describe it. So what you need to do is go ahead and describe it as well, because again, those words may match what people are looking for. And Google's algorithm that also plays out in YouTube's algorithm is to be relevant, is to match what people are actually searching for. All right. Yes, actually, we do. We do. Steve, thank you. Somebody's talking in the background. I don't hear them, but somebody else is hearing them. So just make sure everybody is muted, okay? I cannot control that because I don't have those controls here in Zoom. So please do that for everybody here. Just be kind to them and give them a great learning experience. So how can you create and add videos to your channel? Well, you've got to make a decision. Are you going to do it in a studio, very professional? Let's say that you are branding yourself. Maybe you're an educational institution, a financial institution, an attorney. So you're truly branding your expertise. Maybe you're a subject matter expert. Maybe you're a thought leader. So you might want to use an actual professional studio. Maybe you're an employer and you're looking for potential employees. So that's the reason you are putting a video out and you have your YouTube channel, is because you're promoting and you're recruiting and you want to really showcase the culture and the values and the professionalism of your business. Then you can utilize a studio. But do understand that these days people are looking for immediate, authentic, and transparent more than anything else. So when we say that, your phone has everything. Your smartphone these days has everything that they actually need to, and you actually need to create an instant video. And people can be forgiving of some of the quality if they feel like they're getting something right away, or they're in the know, or getting access to something before everybody else is provided access. So when you're looking at your video, you need to really think about this. Let's not just do this on the fly, because when you do that, a lot of times people just hope that they're going to get people to look at their video. And while hope is wonderful to have, it is a poor business strategy. We want to have a real strategy towards what is this video supposed to do? What is the purpose of our channel? And how are we going to measure whether that's successful? Because if you're not measuring your marketing, then you're not marketing. All right. You need to measure everything, because $1 or 1 minute, YouTube is free. So $1 or 1 minute spent that doesn't lift your bottom line or get you closer to your goal, is $1 or 1 minute spent too much. So you need to ask your questions. What is it that you want your videos on your channel to do? What is the story you want them to tell? What's the purpose? So what's the overall goal? What does that look like? What does that feel like? What do people need to feel like after they've watched your video? What do they need to do next? What's your CTA, your call to action that you want them to do next after watching your video? And who's the star of your video? Is it you? Is it your product or your service? Or is it your customer? Who's the star of that video? So that's important to do that creative direction and outline before you get started. So the story types that you can actually promote and showcase on your video, your actual channel, are either your business story, who you are, what you do, and why you do it. And a lot of people will do that. But let me tell you the difference of whether people will watch your video or not. Do you draw them in at the very beginning? All right. We as adults hate, absolutely hate, and go instantly to sleep when people say, I'm going to tell you a story. As adults, that's, oh my gosh, they're going to show us their summer vacation slideshow and we're going to go to sleep now. We don't want to see that. They instantly tune out when you say, I'm going to tell them a story. But the reason why all of the videos and films that we're watching on Netflix or what that we watch on the big screen or Amazon, then what we're watching, we choose it because we actually want to see the story, but we don't want to be told that we're going to be told the story. We want to be dropped into the action as adults and started right away. So if I tell you a business story that starts like this, saying, hey, I'm going to tell you a story. My name's Maria Elena Duron. I'm an insurance agent. I take care of property and casualty, so I can take care of your home, your boat, your toys, your jet ski, your RV, your recreational facility, your vehicles. I can take care of all that. And I helped a parent who was going through a terrible divorce, help them understand exactly what was happening when their son was in an accident. Okay, so I could tell you a story like that. Or I can utilize what's known as the 5-year-old storyline. Once upon a time, suddenly, luckily, happily ever after. All right? Once upon a time, suddenly, luckily, happily ever after. Let me take you through it. I was 8 years old when there was a knock on the door, and it was somebody, it was actually a family coming to thank my father for insuring their home. They had just been through a terrible fire, and they were so grateful for no loss of life, but they had peace of mind because my father had made sure that all of their home was valued in their possessions, and they didn't have to worry about that. It was at that moment that I decided that I wanted to be an insurance agent and help people when they are most in need and most distraught and didn't need to think about those kind of things. My name's Maria Elena Duron. I'm a property and casualty insurance agent, and I can help you not worry about those horrible times. I used the same amount of time to tell you that story that I told the first story, but you see how I dropped you in the action? Once upon a time, there was a knock on the door. Suddenly, my father was told this information. Luckily, it was something that inspired me. Happily ever after, I became that insurance agent because now I had a passion for it. Do you hear the difference in that and in actual storytelling? So suddenly, once upon a time, suddenly, luckily, happily ever after. I didn't say it out loud, but it was definitely the guidepost and outline I used in my head to do that video story. So remember, your video stories need to draw them in. It's not just enough for you to spout out and broadcast information. You need to tell stories because stories tell. Facts tell, stories do sell. We're all emotional, right? So it's important for us to be able to do that. Or it could be that the product or service you has is the story. So you might use once upon a time, suddenly, luckily, happily ever after for a product or a service, or you might go through a detail, or maybe you want them to review it and you yourself are going to do an unboxing because you don't want them to feel buyer's remorse. It could be that you're even helping them with maintenance. Perhaps they bought a product that you have and now this is how you can maintain it. So you're assisting them in continuing to be lifetime customers. And we need to understand not only our customer themselves and what they need, but our own numbers. What's the average order value of a customer? What's the lifetime value if they come again? They're a repeat customer. They influence and they actually recommend their friends and their family members. So we get a chance to have referred business, which is also still very powerful. Think about those things. And then now you can announce things and promote things and still engage customers who are loyal, who are sharing you with their network. Some best practices are make sure that you have a really clear, concise message. Now, a lot of times, excuse me, people get super excited because they get an audience. And so they just want to throw everything out there and spout all this information. Be super clear and concise. You want one goal and one action you want them to take afterwards. You do the call to action because you want to let them know right away what it is that they need to do next. Because we are all, as I said, inundated with so many messages. And because of that, we're distracted. So we could be well intended to buy from you or to contact you or to phone you or email you. And then all of a sudden, there is some milk that's knocked down and the dog is now barking at the door and they need to leave and they come back and wonder, what was I doing? Right? So the call to action takes them right back there and it truly does align with what you want your goal to be for this, and what do you want to measure of whether or not this actual video or channel is successful for you. Make that impression right away. You only have a few seconds. All right, everybody. You heard me talk about TikTok at the very beginning. Do you understand? I work with a lot of businesses that actually utilize TikTok, and within the first 0.25 seconds, if there isn't something major that happens, people will leave a TikTok video. So you don't even have a full second. You have 0.25. In fact, when you see and look at your insights, so when you're actually measuring whether or not your YouTube video did well, when you see somebody just viewed it for 3 seconds, that could be somebody just making a mistake and pressing too hard on something while they're swiping. But do understand that 10 seconds, somebody watching something for 10 seconds is true interest and commitment. Isn't that funny? But it really is something when you look at your insights, know what your numbers mean and what your data is saying to you. So now you're going to have that call to action to remind them. Here are the 8 common techniques. If you look at that bottom left-hand corner, that is a URL. Remember, you have access right now while I'm talking to the slides, a copy of the slides and a copy of the handout. Let me know if you still need to know how to find that. I'll drop that in the chat box, or if any of you want to help anybody out and drop that link in the chat box. I always appreciate the chat box help. But now you can utilize this. When you get a copy of the slides, you can just click on that PDF and it'll take you to that URL at the bottom left-hand corner. But you can do a selfie. We pretty much know what that is nowadays, right? And you can also use a backdrop, so a green screen. So it could be that you're actually putting that in the background and putting another background, or you're getting rid of whatever is distracting people. There we go. All right, there you go. Oh, it's not clickable right now on the slides. No, you're not going to be able to click it on the slides. It's going to be in the PDF that you're getting once you use this link. So the slides are not in PowerPoint or Google slide format. They'll be in PDF and you can click on them on that link. Okay. So you can use a voiceover. What is a voiceover? That means that none of the video audio is going on, but you're speaking over it, or you're just speaking at all. Everything's silent, so you're just speaking. Top down is just like it sounds. All right, top down. If I'm looking at something, let's say this is my desk, right? And I'm looking at it down and I'm filming it. That's top down. So it's looking from the top down, just like it sounds. There's point and shoot, just go. There's in action. There's told with text. So you might have even music in the background or special effects going in the background, but you actually have text, and there's actual animation. There's so many things now that we have available to us through our phone for us to be able to do that. And YouTube has something that is free within it, which is like CapCut, which is an actual program that can help you do a lot of this editing. What you need to decide, though, before you do all of this editing is yes, you'll be getting a copy of the recording also either later this afternoon or the morning. All right, just so I wanted to let you know, because it could take that long for us to get that list and get everything out to you, that it could take that long. We haven't forgotten you though. Okay, Irma? So look at the space behind you, right? We've all been through enough since 2020 to have seen significant others walk in the background that didn't need to, people and kiddos on screen, unmade beds, terribly lit house. We've all seen all of that. So look at our space behind us and make sure it's not cluttered and we've got a good professional look, that we're giving the kind of image and impression that we want people to have from seeing our video and seeing our space. Also look at lighting. If you can utilize lighting from a window, that's even better. But I happen to be in the corner of my office. So I have 2 lume cubes right here. I don't use a ring light because I actually wear glasses. I have my contacts in now. But because if I use a ring light, all you're going to see is this big old reflection here of ring. So I use these lume cubes here. That is how I'm actually projecting, because I'm at the corner of the office. The window's way over there, and there's no way I'm going to get natural light. So do look at your lighting. But the most important thing to look at is your sound, and to listen to is your sound, because we can be forgiving of the messy background, and we can even understand if you're a dark shadow there in the background kind of lurking and we can't even really see you. But if we can't hear you, if the West Texas wind is blowing out your microphone, if they can't hear you because there's all this background noise, or as you've even seen here in the chat box that excuse give me just a minute. I said West Texas wind and it attacked me. I was a gust of wind. Yes, I said Lume Cube, Lume Cube, Cube. Lume Cube lighting. You can search it, Google it, and you can find it. There's lots of different retailers that have it. But that's what I happen to use. Now for sound, understand we're not forgiving. Even a fan in a room can give a drone in the background that is bothering people. So really listen to your sound. When I go to Comic-Con, because I happen to go out to San Diego Comic-Con, and I will go onto the floor, expo floor, with my actual phone, but I actually have a mic attached to it because I want it to drown out the sounds of my 100,000 friends that happen to also be on the expo floor. And because I sit at 5 foot even, and most of them run at 5'8" to 5'9", I get to hear the rustle of backpacks and bags as they brush up against me. And I don't want people to hear that when I'm walking through the actual Comic-Con floor. So again, listen to your sound. There are so many different mics, Amy. There are so many. I don't want to recommend one because you might have a different device. I don't have an iPhone. I actually happen to have two Androids. So again, you're going to look for what works best for your device and really listen to it because that sound is so important. Now, do understand YouTube has free sound available to you. Excuse me. Sorry, hold on just a second. Wow. I should never bring up the wind. Okay. Sorry about that. I hate to cough in your ear, so I don't want to do that to you. All right. So when you look at the audio library, you have all this free royalty free sounds you can use. So you're not going to be struck with a copyright claim that you use somebody's audio or somebody's song that you don't have permission to use or you haven't paid for permission or a license to use. So you have a free audio library within YouTube and you can find that in your YouTube studio. So when you're going to upload, um, oh, perfect, perfect, Darren, perfect. I'm glad you're in there. So how can you add videos to your channel? Remember, you're going to click at the top right-hand corner. You'll see that you can create and upload videos. Then you can select from your device what videos that you're going to upload. Now, the video details, right? You can put the title in. Remember to think like the person who's going to view this. How are you going to show up? What are they searching for? How are they going to know that you exist? And then the description. What are they getting? Use real words and real phrases, everybody, because remember what I said about we are all searching, utilizing search that is powered by artificial intelligence, AI. All search engines now do that, and they're only going to roll that out more. They may do that a fraction of how they do things, but that is rolling out. And because of that, people are now searching and utilizing search that is full sentences. We don't just say video maintenance AC, this unit, the HC or Air Max this. We don't just look that way. We actually search by saying, how do I fix my Air Max 2000 because it turned off and I just hear it blowing. So that's how we search. And then understand the thumbnail needs to be interesting to people. They need to be able to see the information and really draw them in. Do not put a lot of text in there because people can't read this little text, right? All right. So you can add subtitles. I encourage you to do this because most people, 64% of us, look and watch things on our phone with sound off. So in order for you to get our attention and to draw us in, you need to put some text there, some subtitles and captions to help showcase why should this matter to us and why should we be looking at you. Your end screen needs to let them know what to do next, or if you have other videos, now you can showcase this is what you need to do next. If you are interested in this, this is the next step of this, or this is what you need to consider. And then cards are things that come up in between different panels of the video. So in between, as the screens are going, you might see a card come up because maybe I called out, hey, this is where you can find the handouts, and all of a sudden the link would show up there on a card. Okay, so you can do that within your video. Now, once the check is complete, showing that it's really good quality, so it can be seen on, a 1080p screen, because it might be thrown to a smart TV, and that you are not in any, you're not in any copyright infringement. So you're not actually in any of that. That once that's found, now you can come all the way across and go to visibility. Now you can go blow past all of this and it's still uploading because it might take some time to upload, and you can check back later to make sure that it passed. So you don't have to sit here during this whole thing. You can go through this whole process and give these instructions and then save that and then come back later after it's uploaded. So visibility, do you want it to publish right now? So the very bottom bullet point is public. So I want it public right now. Do you want it unlisted? So what that means is you're going to have this URL. So that's the website address for this video. You're going to have a really long one that has a lot of gibberish. It's hard to find unless you have the link. Or do you want it private? Now, be careful with sending it private, because private is what it sounds like. If I sent it to you at abc@gmail.com and you have more than one email address and you're at maria@gmail.com and it was sent privately to abc@gmail.com, then only abc@gmail.com can look at it. I know my mom loves to look at videos. She's a part of a financial club, so she looks at videos all the time, and she's always in the wrong email address and the wrong account to look at her YouTubes, and she doesn't know why she can't access it. It's because it's set to private. So it does have to be for you to actually put the email addresses of who can see it, and they have to be in that same email account, and most of us on average have 3 email accounts. So we do have the chance of human error coming in and them choosing the wrong email account. And then of course you can schedule it. Let's say you promised everybody on your trailer video that every Thursday you're going to get this. So you want to schedule that every Thursday. You may work ahead and you may be 6, 8 Thursdays ahead. It really depends on what you want your channel to do and your work schedule, how you're going to schedule out your actual shows or your videos. So again, schedule that. And I said shows because some people do have web shows where they actually on a very regular basis do updates, and they are carrying a topic or a storyline that they want to showcase with everybody. Now, once you save it and it starts working on getting published, and then is published, you'll have a video link that you can use, and you'll see in all those icons there that it's ready to go to any of the networks, any of the social networks, and even email and WhatsApp. If that's the way you communicate, you're able to send it out right away. So you can publish and share that. All right. Is it possible to share a link of a YouTube channel that meets your satisfaction, one that is well organized? Yes, you sure can. But remember, what is your purpose? Okay. What is your purpose for sending that out? Are you setting yourself up that you are an actual helpful resource for them? So however they need help, you can assist them, whether they do business with you or not. Is that how you're setting yourself up, more as a trusted advisor? Or are you wanting the business? Because if you share a video with them and they also provide that same service or solution that you have, now you chance introducing them to your competitor. So again, you have to really decide, who are you? Are you going to be like Santa Claus from 34th, the Miracle on now I'm just going blank, the Miracle on 42nd Street. But are you going to go ahead and actually showcase who actually has that and really set yourself up as an advisor? Okay. Um, uh, she's asking you to share an example. Joy, I missed the first part. So if you could put the first part, because I didn't see that as it scrolled down from the top of the scroll and the other questions, let me know what example you're looking for. Okay, YouTube Shorts. Let's go into Shorts. Remember what I said, 50 billion views every single day compared to TikTok's 1 to 5 billion. But Shorts are 60 seconds. That's a hard stop right there. So you can learn more about Shorts by using that link at the bottom left-hand corner there of your screen. Now, YouTube Shorts are a great opportunity because they are given favor in Google's algorithm, so they show up higher. Right? And you can also monetize those. If you have a lot of people coming to your channel and you're a creator, digital creator, or an influencer, the more views that you have, the more you can monetize and earn some money from ads being placed within your YouTube short, which before it was just long form video. All right. She asked you to share an example in too many words. So an example of what? YouTube short, an example of a storyline, example of a way to take a presentation technique, an example of using a phone. That's why I asked for example, because I'm not really sure what was asked. So just let me know. Use that chat box for that. So if you're leveraging YouTube Shorts for your business, you're going to align this with your brand. Why would you actually want this brand? So yep, absolutely, Joy. I appreciate you helping her. Edith, please do use that chat box and let me know. Now, you want it to align with your brand, so it has to be consistent. Remember what I said about consistency building trust. If you are over here talking about how you can get found and grow fast on Google, and all of a sudden you say, you know what? I'm going to tell you all about what you can do on Instagram and how you can grow there. Well, there's a disconnect. And sometimes people devalue what you're doing because it's too diluted. Quick tips. Remember, YouTube Shorts, 60 seconds, hard stop. And really, the sweet spot with YouTube Shorts is you want to stay at about anywhere from 12 to 17 seconds. That's the sweet spot. We as human beings only have a very short attention span. We're inundated with other things, so we need to see that quickly to draw us in. And a lot of people will utilize YouTube Shorts to highlight their products. You see that third bullet point to show something. So one at the time, or they're giving them that view, that behind the scenes, fly on the wall view of what's actually happening. So remember, think about what it is, the purpose is of a video, and what do you well, how are you going to measure if that's successful for you? Okay. So looking at your thumbnails, you can actually put location tags in there as well. If you only want to showcase, let's say your business is focused just on Indianapolis or just in Greenwood, Indiana. So it could be just that you want to showcase it to people who are coming in from Greenwood. You might want to allow to remix it so you can use it with other videos and allow other people to showcase your video even within their video. Again, that is you setting the permission levels of that. Remember though, YouTube is built with both long and short form video. So you can use short video to actually promote a longer form video. Maybe I have a DIY video on how to build this wonderful framework, this wonderful bed framework, okay? And so I might do a snippet of, these are the screws I use, or these are the wooden dowels that I use here. And I might do a quick short that is about 17 seconds, and then say for more or for the full build out, look at this actual video. So there is short form helping to promote long form. For a link to view a YouTube channel that you feel is well organized, so I can better visualize what I'm learning. Okay. Yes, I can show that for you. Joy, at the end, let me do that because I don't want to mess anybody up by trying to bring up a live view. Okay, so I will absolutely do that. All right. Now, those are how shorts can actually hook in viewers. So they only have, remember what I said, just a few seconds for you to get their attention. But if it's something that means something to them, people will open long form emails and read a lot because it's something that they find valuable. Because again, it's got to address a service, a solution, or a product that they're looking at to really understand. So remember with shorts, you want to hook them immediately. Remember what I said about the stories? Yes, it is going to be available to you. Again, if you want a copy of the slide deck right now, I'm going to drop that one more time here in the chat box. You're going to have access to it right now, the slides, and there is a handout. So there's 2 documents in there, and those will be emailed to you as well as the recording to the email address that you registered with either later today. So I'm not going to be picking up email addresses from the chat box, but whatever you registered with later today or tomorrow. Okay, morning. Your thumbnail also needs to be something that's attractive to people. Remember, make it snappy. It needs to be quick, and you want to know and let them know what your superpower is. Because if you try to reach anybody, everybody, and somebody, you'll get their second cousin, nobody. It's too big. We know too many people. You're just going to paralyze their ability to assist you and for them to know exactly what it is that you provide and what you want them to do after they watch this video. So short form can actually help long form promote. So for example, you can make shorts, 40 to 46 seconds. When I did the slide deck about 3 weeks ago, when I first started putting this all together with, of course, Google's actually the Google team putting all of the details together too. It was 42 to 46, and the new finding just came out where I said it was 12 to 17. So keep that in mind. It needs to be short, short, short. We really are used to shorts showing up, so it needs to be YouTube Shorts. Calls to actions can be things like wanting them to come to your website, to subscribe, to fill your contact form. Maybe you've got an offer, or maybe you just want them to respond. So you're truly building a community around your brand. Again, make sure you know exactly what your purpose is, or you can waste a lot of tremendous time, energy, and money. And we don't want to waste that because the small businesses, cash flow is king, and our time is super valuable because we are trying to get to those goals. When we measure and refine, remember what I said, if you're not measuring, you're not marketing. So we need to look at our YouTube analytics and know what are people most interested in, because we need to do more of those. If you've got one YouTube short that people watched for less than a second, so you've got 1,000 people who saw that for less than a second, but maybe you had 200 people that watched the full 42 seconds you were on, which is better? 1,000 people that kind of saw you when they were doing this, or the 200 people that watched a full 42 seconds. So it's 800 less than 1,000, but whose attention did you actually have? All right. So did they like it? Did they comment and share? So those are even more actions that people are telling you this matters to them. This is of interest to them. And that's why it's also important for you to keep that in mind, to look and analyze whether or not they are sharing or commenting, because that shows even deeper commitment. And that will now help you iterate and improve your actual shorts. All right. Now, what you can also do is plan. So plan exactly what's happening. Remember what I said about you trying to do this off the cuff or shooting from the hip. Some of us are really good at that, but remember, you only have a few seconds for that first impression, and it needs to be lasting because people don't come back. They are way too busy, and there are too many other formats and other businesses out there who want that share of mind from them and share of attention. So create. How are you going to create it? How are you going to upload that? So optimize your title, description, your hashtags, and then how are you going to engage them? So remember your title and description. Remember how people search. Understand, utilize those words, okay? And then respond to comments, because that builds community. Nobody wants to just post something and then not be listened to or not be acknowledged. When people see that, they realize there are 1,000 other businesses that they can work with and talk to, okay? All right. So when we look at this, hey Darren, I know you may be more in the advanced. I actually have an advanced YouTube one. This is not the advanced one, so we're not really going to talk about that really. And I don't like to do cookie cutter stuff, not knowing people's goals. So again, we do that more with the advanced because I do take more. That's actually a smaller group of people. Okay. Thanks, Darren, though. So all good questions. Looks like Darren knows what he's doing. But again, remember to lean into your score counselors because they can assist you. A lot of times, especially for us as small businesses, we don't have money to spend, and we need to make sure that we have our stuff and our goals aligned before we bring on any help. So we're not wasting tremendous time, energy, and money. So you might want to work with a YouTube creator that can help you, okay? And you might want to utilize the YouTube creators channel. So these are resources that you can look at YouTube shorts and creator tips right here, where every week or sometimes even daily, you can see actual videos that come out assisting and showcasing how you can do things. So you can do both on your phone because YouTube can actually use both. But if you're doing shorts, then you're going to use vertical format. That's really the best, Sheila. All right. Now remember what I said. I would only touch on this a little bit, but let me help you with the free side and what you can get the most of from actually utilizing YouTube ads. So once you get everything aligned and you know what your goals are and you've optimized your channel and calibrated everything to your goals, that's when you can look at advertising on YouTube, and you can go to youtube.com/ads. All right. Now, understand there are lots of different ads here. Okay. There are different types. My favorite one is the least expensive one that gets me the most visibility, right? So any business that I'm coaching with, that's what I teach them. So there are bumper ads. Those are 6 seconds on each side. That's a lot of time. All right. 6 seconds is a lot of time. You've seen those ads that you can't skip past. They're just there. And it feels like forever till you can get to the actual video that you were planning to watch. But this is the one that I like to talk to businesses when they're ready. Remember what I said about optimizing and calibrating first your channel. Once that's done, then you might want to look at a skippable in-stream ad. It is just like it sounds. It's skippable. So you see at that bottom right-hand corner, what will pop up as you're watching the actual ad that is coming before the video you want to watch, skip ad. If people click on skip ad, then you don't pay. You don't pay. They get to see it, but you don't pay. And it actually shows 6 seconds of that ad before they actually see that button come up that says skip ad. Remember what I said about a lot can be communicated in 6 seconds. Your brand, your website address, and any contact information can be communicated. And if you put that in the first 6 seconds of your video, now, even if they skip it, they can at least see it, and it's memorable because it's 6 seconds and people pay attention for 6 seconds. Not only that, but you have this companion banner hanging out on the right-hand side by suggested videos that follows them everywhere they go when they navigate away from that ad until another ad comes up. So understand, you get a lot of visibility, and that's 100% free because you don't pay unless they watch the full 30-second ad. So if they don't skip the ad, that's when you pay, right? You pay by the view, but you don't pay for it if they skip it. So it gives you a tremendous chance to actually be seen. There's a lot of visibility there. Okay. How do you get the skip eliminated? Oh, you're going to use something like a banner ad. So let me go back, or a bumper ad. So you're going to use a bumper ad, or you can use the non-skippable in-stream ads. All right. So Darren, these are the 5 different ads that you have that you can use, and the some of the outstream, the in-feed, the non-skippable, and bumper ads are not skippable because they're bumpers. So they're meant to stay there 6 seconds before and after. Okay. All right. Deep breath, everybody. We've covered a lot of things. Now for you, it could be that you're going to create your channel, right? Or maybe you're going to create and upload videos, or perhaps you're going to look at the additional resources and the links that I shared here in the actual slides and handout that'll help you get better at what you've already started doing. Okay. The big thing is, if you're looking for a creative partner, you can go here to this URL, youtube.com/ads, making a video ad, and they can even help you with your actual organic video. But these are creative partners who are already certified and verified by Google and by YouTube that they know the space. You don't want to have to pay for somebody's learning curve because they're trying to figure this out. Make sure that they prove it on a piece of paper with a certification that they actually know the channel backwards and forwards and that they're keeping up with the latest information. All right, because when you're certified with Google, the certification only lasts for a year. You have to retest every year, just like we all do with the trainers. We all have to do that. So now what are you going to apply that you learned? I've taught you a lot here today, but knowledge is just interesting factoids. It is not powerful until it is applied. So what will you apply? I'd love to hear more as you actually leave comments in the chat. Is YouTube more important than Meta for business growth? That all depends, Michaela, on who your target audience is. You really need to know that target audience. If they are on Instagram, if they're on TikTok, then you need to be there. But where are they spending time? The majority of your time, their time, not where you're spending your time. I am not a Pinterest person. I don't like Pinterest. It takes a lot of time, but there's a lot of people that I work in Pinterest with because it is the biggest driver of sales to people who have Amazon and Etsy shops. So I understand that that's their best customer, even though that's not me and I may not be their best customer. So do get with your SCORE partner, because your SCORE chapter can help you actually really figure out who that best customer is. Targeted marketing and understanding your target audience is one of the biggest challenges and the #1 reason why small businesses fail, because they're trying to reach the entire market with budget that cannot reach the entire market. Okay. If I've been helpful to you, I would love a review from you. I'm going to model to you what I teach everybody. When you've given good product, service, or information, ask for a review. You're not required to do that, but I would love a review and appreciate that. It really does help me and help other people who might be coming to a session that I do, because I do this every Wednesday. I do a free webinar Wednesday on a different topic. And of course, here I'm working with SCORE, so I'm always welcome to come back. Let your SCORE chapter know that you're interested in me coming back. You can connect with me at bit.ly/find Maria. Remember, bit.ly's all lowercase. So keep that in mind. If you have Norton antivirus, it's also going to freak it out. But you can find me there, and whatever social you're on, I'm on it. I'll meet you at your social that you use the most. Feel free to connect with me there. But now it's time for Q&A. So I want to bring this back up. If there are any questions that I did not answer, I am also going to, let me see, stop my recording.